It's harvest time for winemakers, and while this year's grape crush will be slightly down on last year, they're still expecting a bumper crop. But that's causing headaches for an industry grappling with a wine glut and offloading excess stock for less than $2 a bottle. And as Nicole Chettle reports, the robust Australian dollar is making exports harder and boosting demand for cheap imported wines.
Winemakers are counting the cost of a soaring dollar.
Most wineries are hoping and praying for a reduction in the exchange rate, but no one expects that will happen, and they're getting on with business as best they can.
The Winemakers Federation says that while yields down slightly, the quality is good, but there's still an oversupply and the market's awash with cheap wine, some selling for less than $2 a bottle.
The amount of $2 bottled wine that's been sold in the last 10 years is a very, very small amount. Our real issue is what happens around $5 to $10. That's been highly competitive.
John Osbeeston's finding the strong dollars helping him stock European wines, but he's worried about the impact at home.
It's a double whammy for producers, really. They can't sell the wine overseas, and then they're finding that there's a lot of wine coming here.
The soaring dollars boosting the buying power of the supermarket-backed liquor chains, who are bringing in plenty of cheap imports, putting the pinch on small business and local producers alike. The question is, how high can the dollar go?
We could go up to 110 and even higher. I feel that if it gets above that 110.80 area that we hit last year, it could easily go to 112, 113.
At $1.12, it would be a disaster for exports, leading to a huge glut of wine. And the big problem with that glut of wine is that a lot of really good producers who are trying to do the right thing are caught up and they're being squeezed out of the margins. Local
wine exports have lost almost $1 billion since 2007. And while the premium end of the market's holding up, the industry needs to downsize. The Winemakers Federation says about 14,000 hectares have been taken out of production in the last couple of years, and it could be another 2 years before the worst is over. For now, the challenge is for business to hang on until the dollar drops.